Recently, a night elf druid named Naralax discovered a network of underground caverns within the heart of the Barrens. Dubbed the Wailing Caverns, these natural caves were filled with steam fissures which produced long, mournful wails as they vented. Naralax believed he could use the cavern's underground springs to restore lushness and fertility to the Barrens, but to do so would require siphoning the energies of the Emerald Dream. Once connected to the dream, however, the druid's vision somehow became a nightmare. Soon the Wailing Caverns began to change. The waters turned foul, and the once docile creatures inside metamorphosed into vicious, deadly predators. It is said that Naralax himself still resides somewhere inside the heart of the labyrinth, trapped beyond the edges of the Emerald Dream.
Also, there's loot down here. And I just hit level 17.
Absolute pumper of a hunter, level 17, looking for group Wailing Caverns.
A hunter, a warrior, 2 shamans, and a rogue walk into a cavern, and it's going pretty well. This dungeon is pretty simple. You kill some raptors, you watch out for the patrolling slimes, you kill some corrupted druids, and bada bing bada boing, you've done it. Then we reach the first boss, Lady Adacondra. It's the second easiest dungeon in the game though, so there really isn't much to it. The druids have a lightning bolt and a sleep, interrupt the sleep and kill him. The bosses really aren't much different. The tank pulls the boss with 60% HP, which really isn't a problem. We have 2 shamans and these bosses are glorified trash. The tank sure is getting low though. Oh, the rogue just ripped aggro, and they're dead. Well, it's fine. We still have 4 people. We should be able to handle 1 boss, who's already dead by the way, and a couple raptors. Shit, the healer wasn't watching their threat. And they're dead. I'm a
Giga pumping
20 damage per second orc warlord though, and I'm not gonna let us wipe to 2 extinct theropods, so I lock in.
You did it!
We pull through. Though not long after that short-lived victory, the next problem arises. You see, I may have gotten a rogue to level 30 back in 2019, but I've never played a class with a pet. So when my party jumps down to skip a couple packs, I show them my vast intellect and jump right after them, without dismissing my pet. I continue my streak of pure genius, and instead of ordering it to stay and reviving it later, I pull every mob back to our party while they were already engaged in combat. Luckily, we seem semi-competent this time and managed to clear all the raptors.
First time playing hunter. My bad.
Good to know.
To further the stereotype of complete garbage New World of Warcraft player who is simultaneously arrogant and egoed out of his mind, while the rest of the party regroups to get ready for the next pool, I spot a chest in the corner. Left? Right? No one is looking. Guess they won't mind if I... Ooh, shoulders. The next boss, Lord Cobran, drops a robe that none of us need, which ends up going to the warrior on a greed roll. This robe is apparently better than whatever the warrior was using before, and they equip it for the remainder of the dungeon. Huh. Things are starting to make sense. With the left side of the dungeon finished, we head over to the other side. A few pulls in, we enter a room with a tin vein and a chest. Rolls start going out, which we all assume is for the chest. 75 for the rogue. Pretty good. Wait, is he taking the tin vein while we're still fighting?
So that roll was for the mining? I'm also miner.
While this discussion goes on, the DPS shaman sees an opportunity and takes the chest.
This fucking group, I swear.
Wito is pissed. It's around this time I realize I don't have much ammo left. Instead of asking if anyone has some, I decide to just melee and save my ammo for the bosses.
You don't say you don't have ammo?
Have some ammo.
I respond after the rogue graciously offers me a refill. It's at this point you may have realized that my plan Beep boop. My plan was doubly flawed. A few of you may have noticed that, like this warrior, my pet is very fucking unhappy. That is because not only did I not bring enough ammo, I also forgot food. This means my pet is doing 75% damage instead of 125%. Anyway, around the next corner, we reach a room with a lot of easily skippable enemies. All you have to do is hug this wall and you're fine. Of course, every hunter and warlock are aware that their pet increases their pulling range, so any semi-competent player would dismiss their pet and resummon them after. But that lowers the pet's happiness. And I'm not just semi-competent, I'm fully competent. So watch this. Oh, fuck. With the healer not paying attention to me, as only a complete dumbass would manage to pull mobs there, he continues healing the tank and pulls aggro. He almost gets one shot, but the warrior acts fast and grabs aggro back, saving Necro from his hunter-imposed doom. Unfortunately, he walks right back into another druid and starts getting blasted with lightning bolts again. He tries to line of sight them, but with so much time out of the fight, the warrior has been getting 0 heals. Shit. Wait, don't they have 2 shamans? Yes, we do. Well, while everyone else was fighting for their lives, the DPS shaman Blue Spirit is hitting the non-elite Deviant Lashers with his staff. This leads to the warrior going down, followed by the healer who regained aggro by healing themselves.
Shaman, is it possible to off-heal when you see your team is dying?
Alas, it's well played, Yi. I would like to say that it gets better from here, but, well, only a couple pulls later we reach the next big room. It's genuinely really simple. Big room means the mobs are more spaced out, which means hug the wall, kill 1 pack, move on. Yet, while walking up, I fail to notice this patrolling Deviant Dreadfang. Well, it's fine. It's just 1 extra to deal with, and the party has largely cleared the group they were on. Except they're not expecting dumbassery on this scale, so they've already moved on to the next pack. In my haste to get back to the group, I expertly maneuver around this wall in order to pull 2 more mobs.
I'm starting to notice a pattern.
Necro is once again not watching his threat and pulls aggro, leading to his death.
How can you pull every time?
A very fair question.
Literally standing still. Lamau.
Genuinely, it's only while watching this back that I realized that everything is my fault. Whoops, sorry. Spoiler alert, we survived this encounter with 0 further casualties. And it's with a humble smile I can say that the rest of the dungeon went smoothly. Though this boss in particular is about to become real important. Lord Serpentis is the leader of all the druids down here. I don't care about that though. You see, he drops this bow. Venom Strike.
Ooh, this thing is nice.
9.58 damage per second and a proc chance to do 31 to 45 nature damage.
It ignores armor.
In fact, it's the Horde side Hunter Biss range weapon until like level 29 when you can run RFK. That's for later though. On her way out, we talk to this disciple of Narlax and she reckons she can wake up her master from his eternal slumber. You know that druid from the intro? Saving these caverns from their fate and saving all those corrupted inside. Which I mean, you couldn't have done before we killed all these druids? Anyway, one slow, super dragged down RP walk later, we reach the chambers where Narlax rests. We defend the Torn from a couple stinky bog boys as well as this Murloc, and boom, dungeon clear.
You did it!
Thank you, guys.
I say innocently after all the shit I did in those caverns. Run 2. Nothing really happened, so run 3. It's kind of like the same as run 4. Fuck, this place gets boring after a few runs, but I really want that bow. Run 4 went pretty well, so we decided to stay as a group. I hearthed out, learned some talents, sold my stuff and headed back. 15 minutes later, I'm back in the dungeon and meet up with a couple rest of the party members.
10 minutes later. So where is everybody?
On my way. ETA 4 minutes.
It has now been 25 minutes since we finished the dungeon. We continue waiting.
It's taking too long, man.
You are still in Ogrimmar. I'm in Crossroads.
I'm gonna do something else. Good luck.
Future Cop leaves the party. Even with the tank leaving, Force still thought it was fine to make us wait around for almost an hour after completing the dungeon so he could fuck off to do something in Stone Tallow Mountains or something. Right as the party is falling apart, I find a tank and quickly wrangle them back for one quick run before I go to bed. Real Sigma joins the party. And for the first while, everything's going okay. That's until we enter the Winding Chasms. This place has a lot of chests. You'll probably find 3 to 4 in this dungeon, so rolls usually go out. Real Sigma decides that he's above all that bullshit and just ninjas that shit every single time on sight. I mean, he's literally beelining for them. I don't give much of a shit though. I'm here for the bow and the chests really don't matter. Still a dick move though. Whatever, just get through the dungeon. Let's get that bow. The first 3 bosses go down with little issue. Though we have had some risky pulls, which for a very tired and very annoyed group, it's 3 a.m. by the way, it's a little mentally challenging. Until we reach this big room. Big room, take packs 1 by 1, you know the deal. Except Real Sigma shows his capabilities as a tank and pulls the whole room, while completely failing to hold aggro, so the healer gets threat. While we're dealing with his sins, he sits relaxed attacking the skull. The rogue takes aggro of a couple druids, saving our priest, and somehow we manage to pull through with 0 casualties. The next pull, though.
Fuck this guy.
Pools everything, ninjas everything, wipes and leaves Lamau.
Biggest Hurensohn, as we say in Germany.
Enrage lives up to his name, and I'm pretty pissed too. 5 hours of runs long past my bedtime, and I'm getting real fucking tired of this boring ass dungeon. But I really want that bow. One last shot before I go to bed, and... no bow! I log off, and at this point, I think I'm done. God, this place is boring, and I can just kill some farmers in Hillsbrad foothills and get a bow that's almost as good. There's no need to subject myself to this anymore. I mean, seriously, I cannot overstate how boring this dungeon is. There's no mechanics, nothing of interest, you just stand and hit. None of the bosses even feel like bosses except Verdun. He's cool. But the rest are barely above trash. I'm leaving this place. Fuck you, Wailing Caverns. Never coming back here. Keep your stupid fucking bow.
Leave this place. You'll never get the bow.
Stop! What am I saying? Seriously? Giving up after this many runs? The chance of it not dropping after this long isn't even that low. What the fuck are you talking about? Wait.
That bastard Serpentis. Didn't want to die again, did you? Decided to mind control me, you snake fuck. I'm getting that fucking bow, and it will be the end of you.
So back we go!
I'm level 23 now. I've done an amount of runs of this dungeon. I'm now doing upwards of 100 damage per second, almost 10 times what I was doing when I first entered this place. It's almost 2 a.m. One more run before I go to sleep. Boss 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy peasy. This group is good. Lord Serpentis. Whew. Here we go. This is the one. I can feel it. Come on.
First time playing Hunter. My bad.
This fucking group, I swear. Biggest Hurensohn, as we say in Germany.
I
fucking got it. Fuck yes, finally.
Oh, that feels good. Fuck you, Lord Serpentis. Eat my balls. Ooh, this thing is juicy. It was all worth it.